Okay, shalom, shalom. Come into the name of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rachah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught me his truth. And salutes unto the Akim that continue to push the word in truth and in sincerity. And this is just going to be a quick hit. Lord's will, I want to come and do another lesson shortly after this one, Abarat Zah, but it's all through the spirit. But this is just going to be a quick hit, man. And the scriptures let us know that all scripture is written for our learning, man. Okay, for doctrine, reproof, rebuke, exhortation in all long suffering, man. So it's important that we continue to learn, continue to study, man. All right, because by this, with the obviously under the inspiration and guidance of the Holy Spirit, by studying, you learn, and your knowledge base widens. But deeper than that, we become better men, we become more refined because we're spending more time in the scriptures, studying and searching to see the facts on various matters, man. And pretty much what I want to quickly do, like I said, this is a quick impromptu. I really want to do another lesson on another topic, but it's timely that and the Spirit has me doing this one. Basically, this is Ecclesiasticus, okay, also known as Sirach, chapter 29. And once again, it deals with conduct, especially around uh, dealing with brothers over certain matters and things of that nature, man. Now, this is, as it says, Sirach 29 from the top, and it says, "He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor, and he that strengtheneth his hand keepeth the commandments." So there we see that lending is a brotherly, is scriptural, and it's a brotherly thing to do in case where it's needed, man. All right. And these are why we do these type of lessons, because it's like you got to read, man. You got to read, you got to understand. We've got to read, we've got to understand, and most importantly, we've got to apply, man. So when certain situations happen, you know how to maneuver through the scriptures, man, and you pray to the Lord that, okay, Lord, I've read this, I understand it, but Yahweh Shemir Shai, Father, in the name of your Son, please, Babu Kusha, Babu Kusha, Babu Kusha, allow me to apply it when and if the situation arises, man. There's no point just studying and reading and acquiring and all this knowledge and speaking at camp, and then when it's time to actually do it, it all goes out the window, and we're going with, like things of the world and the old man. That's pointless, man. Okay, all the studying, all the so-called learning, therefore is in vain. Okay, so it says, he that strengtheneth his hand keepeth the commandments. Lend to thy neighbor in time of his need, and pay thou thy neighbor again in due season. All right. So guess what? For somebody to lend, you first gotta ask, man. And there's no problem, or shame in asking, man. Okay. Amongst the brotherhood, man, you could ask, man. There's certain times where it's very evident. You ain't even got to say anything. It's very evident, be it through whatever the situation is or the spirit that brothers perceive. Okay, it's a Sky News update. Through it's very evident physically or whatever the case may be, or through the spirit that brothers perceive of you that you may be in need, and a brother may may give you something, it could be anything. It could be financial, and the brother could say, just keep it, man. Just keep it. If that's the agreement that's made, you see, the law speaks about agreements, man. When you've come to an agreement when it's time, if there's a fulfillment of it, then you know that it has to be fulfilled, man. Okay. You know, if you lend a brother money, or a brother lends you money, and the brother says to you, you know what, don't worry about it. Don't pay me back. It's cool. That's just, you know, a gift from me to you. You know, then fine. But if you've made an agreement that, okay, you know, I'm in need, so this brother's gonna lend me some money, or he's in need, I'm gonna lend him some money. And when you're able to, you know, when you're back up on your feet in a bit more of a stable position, then you can pay me back. If that's the agreement that's been made, then the scriptures say, well, hold to that agreement, man. You know. But likewise, the scriptures also say that ask and ye shall receive, knock and the door shall be open, man. You know, we've all had that. The Lord always puts us in a situation where we're gonna have to ask. Okay, be it scripturally, you don't understand something, you have to go to men above you, you know, that know more, your teachers, your elders, or, you know, those who've just been in this longer than you. You know, you're gonna have to ask, well, you know, I don't really understand what this means, can you break it down for me? Babu Kushar, Lord's will, he gives me the spirit to see it, man. Okay, we've all had to ask our spiritual leaders, our immediate spiritual leaders, on what certain things mean, man. There's no shame in asking. It's better you admit you don't know and ask, okay, and then in hopes of you learning, you know, rather than just running along and not asking and suffering in silence, you know, neglecting certain breakdowns or certain aspects of the truth because you just don't want to ask, man. You know, once again, that goes to the giving of, or the necessities of life, including finances, man. It's better that you ask, man, you know, rather than just, you know, go without in silence, man, and put yourself in a position of unnecessary suffering because you didn't ask. Okay, you know, and it says, keep verse 3 keep thy word and deal faithfully with him, and thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee. Many, when a thing was lent to them, reckon it to be found, and put them to trouble that help them. Till he hath received, he will kiss a man's hand, and for his neighbor's money he will speak submissly. But when he should repay, he will prolong the time, and return the words of grief, and complain of the time. If he prevail, he shall hardly receive the half, and he will count as if he had found it. Yeah. If not, he had deprived him of his money, and he hath gotten him an enemy without cause. He payeth him with cursing and railings, and for honour he will pay him disgrace. Many therefore have refused to lend for other men in ill dealings, fearing to be defrauded. You know, because that's another thing, man. You know, if you like do a man dirty in a transaction, you know, or a bitter taste comes over something that's happened, you know, you could now put it in that man's heart. You know, he just has an ill feeling towards it. He's like, you know what, that caused so much problem the last time when I did it. I ain't even gonna do that anymore. You know, but what if there was a fuck you? What if there was another brother? You know, that brother could have helped, but now that brother that helped the first time is a what's the word? Is skeptical. You know, or he's bear with me 1 second. You know, he's wary of helping someone, man. You know, because of how you kind of messed him over, man. You know, that shit happens, man. Okay. And it says, yet have thou patience with a man in poor estate, and delay not to shew him mercy. And that's the thing. Brothers don't delay, man. You know, I can speak for myself, and I know other brothers can bear record and give witness and testimony. But whenever, you know, we've been in you know, in a position of need or whatever, brothers have risen up overnight. Okay, you know, and got things together, put things in place, man. You know, if you're true, if you're a sincere brother, you know, you're sincere, you're diligent, you do the work, you know, you love the brotherhood, life happens, man. Shit happens. All right. But brothers don't delay to to help various brothers, man. But initially you've got to ask, man. You got to put the pride aside. You got to, whatever the case may be, and just, man, I need help, man. All right, because brothers recognize, like, we don't always, it's not always said, but brothers recognize, brothers are loving. Brothers are, yeah, man, that's a good brother, man. So if the case ever came whereby you needed help or I needed help, the brothers would in an instant rise up and whatever it is, man. You know, whatever it is. And we're not done with, I'm not talking from a position of just theoretically, scripturally, that's the right thing to do. I've been on both sides of that, man. Whereby I've needed help. I've been in, dire straits, and brothers have got together, you know, and helped me out, man, in an instant, overnight. All right. Likewise, I've also, seen certain brothers in situations, and we all rally together, boom, 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 put this in place, boom, there you go, bro. You know, so I've been on both ends of the stick to know how it works, man. But you first gotta have some initial, you know, come on, man. Okay. And it says in verse 8, yet have the patience with a man in poor estate and delay not to shew him mercy. So brothers ain't gonna delay, man. If a brother needs something, we ain't gonna dilly dally and maybe, and we'll see. Nah, man, we gonna get together, man. Okay. All right. Without delay. Not to shew him mercy, help the poor for the commandment's sake. Okay. And turn him not away because of his poverty, man. You know. All right. You never gonna come up amongst us here at Great Millstone if you're a sincere brother, man. Now, we ain't no fucking charity, just, yeah, sometimes you do charity to random people, man. Give guys money or go buy someone a hot drink. That's how the spirit hits you, But we ain't setting up charity stools like, cancer research guys with them charity shops and, trying to raise money for the community. Nah, man. Like I said, we do charity at times. But, mainly, consistently, it's amongst the brotherhood, man. Okay. Right. So we ain't gonna turn on in Great Millstone, man. If you're a brother, we ain't gonna turn you away, man. Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost, man. So if it's there, don't withhold it, man. Just give it, man. Lay up thy treasures according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Shut up arms in thy storehouses, and it shall deliver thee from all affliction. It shall fight for thee against thine enemies, better than a mighty shield and a strong spear. An honest man is surety of his neighbor, but he that is impudent will forsake him. Forget not the friendship of thy surety, for he hath given his life for thee. A sinner will overthrow the good estate of his surety, and he that is of an unthankful mind will leave him in danger that delivered him. Suretyship have undone many of good estate, and shaken them as a wave of the sea. Mighty men have it driven from their houses, so that they wandered among strange nations. A wicked man transgresseth the commandments of the Lord, shall fall into suretyship. He that undertaketh and followeth other men's business for gain shall fall in suits. Now that's the main verse, man. I'm gonna read that again. All right, Sirach 29 and 19. A wicked man transgresseth the commandments of the Lord, shall fall into suretyship. All right, you don't want to be going against the commandments, and one of the commandments is to love the Lord thy power with all thy soul, thy strength, and all thy might, man. Okay, so if you did that, you wouldn't initially even want to go against the commandments, man. Right? Okay. Let me read that again. A wicked man transgresseth the commandments, going against what the scriptures say, of the Lord shall fall into suretyship, and he that undertaketh and followeth other men's business for gain shall fall into suits. You know, if a transaction or business is done with a particular man, what business is it for you? It says what? Following other men's business for gain shall fall into suits, man. Just because everything ain't said is, you can see what's going on, man. Okay, you know, wanting a cut of what's not particularly yours, you know, trying to wiggle and worm your way into getting a cut or something that's not. You're following another man's business, man, for gain, and it says shall fall into suits, man. You see, all these little things, you may think, well, how does it correlate? How does that? Yeah, the Lord just told you, man. Do this, that's the consequence. Do this, that's the reward. All right. Following other man's business for gain ends up with you falling into suits, man. Mean that calamity, trouble, and difficult situations are going to be placed upon you because of what you did. Okay. Help thy neighbor according to thy power, and beware that thou thyself fall not into the same. The chief thing of life is water, and bread, and clothing, and a house to cover shame. But better is life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house. All right. So pretty much, yes, brothers help each other, but you should always aspire to not leech off a man. Try and have your own, man. Yeah, brother may have a little bit more than you, or brother may have a little bit less than you, whatever the case may be. But try and always be content and have of your own. Now, if it's not sufficient to the point where you need the help, then yes, the brotherhood is there. But you should always aspire to have your setup, man. You're a man. Okay, but like I said, life happens, shit happens, man. We're under the curses. So where you can't, whatever situation you get in or I get in, the brotherhood is there, man. Right? Be it little or much, hold thee contented that thou hear not thy reproach of thy house. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house. For when thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth. Thou shalt entertain and feast and have no thanks. Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words. Come, thou stranger, and furnish a table, and feed me of that thou hast already. Give place, thou stranger, to an honourable man. My brother cometh to be lodged, and I have need of mine house. These things are grievous to a man of understanding, the upbraiding of house room, and the reproach of the lender. Okay, so everything's in the scriptures, man. Everything is in the scriptures, man. you know okay, but that's just some food for thought, man, or food for thought. Okay. Like I said, this is just a quick hit, ain't nothing too long. It's one of those, it's just straight to the point. It is what it is. you know you know it means what it says, and it says what it means. It's as simple as that, man. you know I'm getting a lot of breaking news updates from Sky News and BBC News. Gonna follow shortly, man. Things are popping off, man. But anyways, that was it on that, man. Like I said, I wanna do another lesson shortly, man. But on to the next time I'm out, man. Shalom.